All right,
What?
Matt, this is the official start of our
Did you
podcast.
record it?
It's
You
recording right
started it?
now. I'm gonna go take a bathroom break at the very
Hell
start.
yeah.
That's the way that we start it, you know.
What? That's an interesting call.
I just I gotta use the toilet, you know.
Yeah. Are you keeping your
Gotta,
headset on
yeah, dude, it's
time?
on right now. Can you hear me still?
Yeah. How far can it reach? Have you ever tested that?
No, actually, it can go pretty far. It can go like 30 feet probably.
And you're just going in like the bucket you have in the corner of the room, just out of
Yeah.
camera's
Let's see if I
eye.
pee loud enough for you to actually pick up on the mic, you know. Do you hear me peeing?
Is the stream
Do you hear me
starting?
peeing right now? Can,
I
can
tinkle
you hear it? Can you hear Matt?
when you talk. I hear it, but it's not picking it up
I
actively,
know.
you know.
And now you can hear the toilet flushing. Yep. It was clear. It was clear, Matt. Believe it or not.
I'm not about to like look back at the. I mean, I'm not hearing any hand washing, so
Oh God.
that's a bit
Hey,
concerning.
if I washed my hands every time that I peed, Matt, my hands would get so dried out. I used to do that, and now I just have to accept the fact that piss is sterile and that I drink I drink enough water. If I'm in company, then yeah, I wash my hands. I'm alone, you know. Look at my pee fingers.
Oh, yeah, get those
Because they used to
sausages
get
away from
so
me.
dry, dude. God, it was so bad. So yeah. Anyways, though, we're talking.
Yeah, it's just yeah. I thought of like a couple like intro, we could possibly use, like live from our parents' basement. It's two losers. Yeah, did it pretty clean coming out.
Damn, man, that's so rude. That's You really think that we're losers, dude?
Oh, just self-deprecating.
Wow, man.
It's comedic
You think that
nowadays.
I'm a loser? You think I'm a loser, Matt? You could be a
No,
loser.
that's
I don't care what you
okay.
do. I don't care what you do,
No,
Matt.
that's why it's funny because obviously we got a lot of things going for us, so we can say that we're losers. Deep down, we know that's only partially true. Isn't that right?
Matt, can we change the topic? Can we not talk about being a loser, dude?
Yeah.
All right.
Then let's talk about great weather we have
Dude, the
coming
weather's
in.
been ass here lately, dude. The weather's been trash. It's been like raining like every single day.
We live on different sides of the country,
Yeah?
but for
You
us,
actually
it's
don't
been
live on a
more
side of the country. You live inside the country.
the third coast. It's the
The
third coast.
third coast. You live
Never heard
inside.
that before?
No, I actually have not.
That's what we call, mid third coast, Lake Michigan. Beautiful.
Midwest is the best west.
You don't want to go too far west. Then you start getting Smokey the Bear coming at you
Dude, I was there,
before
bro.
else be
I was
read.
there, you know.
Yeah, I know. You left your mark on the west.
I did. I did. But yeah, we got to come up with a name for the podcast, though. Now you were jumping ahead and going for like the intro, and you're like, it's two losers from our mom's basement. Like, damn, Matt, that's
Well,
not
that's the
even funny. That's
name.
just sad.
That's the name,
That's just
bro.
sad. Oh, that's the name?
Two loser. I don't care.
Dude,
Um,
you just gotta be more creative than that, man. Come on.
two peas.
Did you just say two peas in a pod?
Yeah.
No, no, we're not.
I
No.
just have, I just have like two blanks like in my head.
Okay. How about
Two great guys.
how about um what's it? Fucking dude. Uh,
Other than we have or not, you want to remain anonymous, even though I've been saying your name. Like if we out somewhere, because I'm thinking my ideal scenario is just like, two dudes chopping it up, talking all sorts of nonsense.
uh-huh.
And maybe I don't want it to be another what was that song we made that I was like, take
Ben Stiller.
yeah,
Wait, you
we
said
don't
to
want
take
to
it
make another
down?
Ben Stiller.
You wanted to take it down, Matt?
I I texted you, didn't I? Did I
Yeah,
text
I
Jason?
thought
I
you
can't
told
remember.
me that it was your girlfriend that said to take it down, but it was you all along.
It was like a mutual decision. She got the ball rolling, but the I didn't want me saying the B word out on the greater wide web.
Dude,
I know you don't care about your image like that,
I don't. I do not care.
but yeah, I don't know. Any inspiration coming to you?
I'm trying to think.
Life work. It's a fork and a knife.
A fork and a knife? No.
The Foo Fighters.
That's a that's a fuck that already exists. That's already a thing.
Really?
Yeah, bro, believe it or not. How about um what if it was like
You try
something
too
you
hard
could
to
do
think,
something
Alex. It's
drum
not gonna be
related
funny.
if you wanted to.
The Paradiddle Dudes.
Dude, I hate that so much. I want to leave the call right now. I want to leave so bad, dude. My cursor's on the button, dude. It says disconnect, man.
That's fair, honestly. Um, well, I know from my experience with your friends is that the more you think about something funny, the less funny it is, Alex. So
True.
just let it come organically.
The one that I thought of was like the beat, but the thing is that sounds too like an existing thing, but it also sounds too much like a newspaper, you know,
Well, like
or like a
yeah, like
tabloid.
beat reporters or like people that like do something like follow like a team closely. Isn't that right?
Yeah, I think so.
Beat reporters. You
How
follow the
about
beat.
how about the
It's
Dwayne
also a name of a
Johnsons?
vegetable.
How about the Dwayne Johnsons?
Uh, the rock variety.
Um, the the Pebble simulation. Now we're just coming up with band names.
A pebble experience.
Nah, it's the Pebble situation, man, because it
Uh,
like gets stuck in your shoe, and you're like, oh, this fucking sucks, right?
so is that what we want people to think?
Yeah, dude.
When they listen to us?
Yeah. Well, you already said like two losers in their mom's basement.
We're just keep. I am in my mom's basement right now, and you're in a room owned by your parents.
Dude, we could always do dude, today's Tom Hanks' birthday. I just do not care.
Shout out Tom Hanks,
Shout out to Tom
a real
Cruise.
one,
Hashtag better Tom.
or the weird person.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
We could be
No, I
the
think whatever. Oh wait, they already do the experience. It's called the Joe Rogan Experience, right?
oh yeah, true.
Fuck. I just like experience is like so. It's such a good thing to say. This wasn't it the Jimi Hendrix Experience?
Yeah, yeah, that's what that band is, yeah.
That's so nice. But we can let it we can come back to that. Put a pin in it. I want to hear about your
Nah,
like
nah,
kind of.
I think I have a good name.
Okay, then what?
The Mad Experiment.
The Met experiment?
Yeah, because this is basically what it is. This is your
Yeah,
idea,
I'm just
and you're kind of the leading guy. I'm just kind of the co-guy, right? Like, like realistically, the whole format here is that it's like, hey, I'm Matt. I have like a moral compass. You know, I'm a really polite guy, and then I'm like the wacky guy, right? I'm the you know, you're the Jerry Seinfeld to my Kramer, right? Like,
really. I
yeah,
don't know. I thought this was like
you know, this is a
a
code.
mutual endeavor.
Well, yeah, but it isn't like what? Like, I'm trying to think like the.
If you had to define the percentage like responsibility for
I
this
mean, you're the one that
endeavor,
came up
that
with the idea, so.
yeah, I was just feeling it
And you're
because
like,
I
let's
mean
do this
we
little
could talk
experiment
about
here.
like inspiration, like what was your reasoning for saying to me pitching this idea to you, Alec?
I thought it was cool. I thought it was a good idea.
Yeah. You know, like for me, like I said, I've been listening to podcasts at work, and I feel like I for one just like really never listened to any like before
Yeah.
myself with like any time to like even just in the background of doing something. And I just like really never listened to them for like any period of time.
Hmm.
But I think they're like a really good form of entertainment. I mean, obviously they're very popular now.
Oh, dude, they're cool. I mean, like I said,
Yeah,
wasn't I talking to you about how I mean, this is the format that existed starting in like the 1920s. Like
it's like a
like a
talk.
radio show.
Hmm.
Like radio shows have been around for like 100 years.
Right.
Yeah.
And I just,
Like
of
this is
course,
what media was originally formatted on, was just audio, and then it expanded out from there, right? So people have always been really good at just kind of talking and telling stories, and then they just kind of record them, and or they come up with fictional stories and stuff like that. Like it's pretty cool. So there's like a bunch of stuff like that that exists nowadays, which I think is pretty
that's
neat.
like a thing that like when they like played Frankenstein over the radio, or no, I'm thinking of something fucking different. When you ever see like hear the thing where like the first silent movie was like a train like coming at like a theater,
Yeah, and people
and
fled.
then everyone like fucking like
Yeah,
ran
because they thought
out.
that there was actually a train coming at them. They were super confused. Yeah. I think that was
Yeah.
like only 150 years ago, pretty much.
How far we've
Less
come,
than that, I think. Probably like 120 years. It was like the 1890s, I think. 1880s. Something like that.
Yeah. Oh, to be in the 1890s and work in the coal mines.
Oh, dude, yeah, being one of the children, being like 10 years old, working the coal mines, bro. It's like no wonder, like people always ask the question, why do people look so much older back in the day, bro? Because they were like, their bodies were just getting fucking abused, bro, by like the sun, manual labor, hard labor, inhaling
Mm-hmm.
chemicals. Like, dude, these people did not live good lives. And then they looked
Kids
like
these
way
days have it
older, and people were like,
easy.
dude, they look so like, they look like a fucking like movie star when they were like 18, bro. And I'm like, dude, you guys like realize that these people were just like, this is what people used to be like, and now that we're sheltered indoors all the time, or actually nutrition correctly, yeah, we look way younger, and we're probably gonna live like another 20 years.
Hmm. Yeah, it's interesting. But like to them, we're probably like the Wally people that like live like on the spaceship and like
The
are
Wally people.
fat
We're not
and like
fat.
you and I personally are, fairly healthy individuals, but
Bro, I
if they
work
just like
out
saw
five
our
days a week, bro.
really, you're bringing that back?
Dude, I've always been doing that.
Well, you weren't doing that when you were on your trip,
Well, yeah,
certainly.
I wasn't doing it on my
You were just
trip.
pounding cheeseburgers in every city.
Dude, I mean, I kind of
Those
was, but I like also
those
never
Alex
ate.
tour of
I like
America.
never ate, dude.
No, I'm sure you were burning like 10,000 calories a day.
No, because I did a lot of driving, but I still didn't eat very
Oh, that
much.
too. You gotta eat, Big boys gotta eat. That's cool. Do you have like all your gym stuff that you used to have in like your basement?
No, no, all that
Why?
stuff is gone,
So
which
sad.
is really sad. I know.
So what are you doing? Skipping jump rope, hopscotch,
These
like
days
those things?
I'm just moving free weights.
Oh, okay. How high? What do you have? Like 40s, 50s?
Yeah, pretty much like 50s.
Did you buy them out there,
Mm-mm.
or did
No,
no?
I stole those from my parents' basement.
Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah,
That's cool. Now your basement back in the day
it was
was
pretty
pretty S
lit. I
tier.
mean, it was
It
pretty
was,
S
it was
tier. Now my like we used to talk about that all the time. Like Adam used to be like, dude, your basement was S tier. I had a GameCube with the CRT TV. I had my drum set. I had a gym. I had a ping pong table, and I had like a big couch set up with like a flat screen and like a big ass fridge in the back with full of drinks. And
yeah, it was every
and yeah, and
LaCroix
then
flavor you
slowly
could
my
eat.
parents just
Drink.
like got rid of everything. They got rid of the ping pong table. Well, they got rid of the CRT, they got rid of the ping pong table, and those are both
It was a
bummers.
sad day.
Then
It
they
was a sad
then
day
they
when the ping
moved my
pong table
drum
was
set out of
removed.
like that back room, and I was like, okay. And then they got a smaller couch, and
That's when you
now
knew that
and now our
you were an
basement is
adult.
pretty lame, to be honest. All that we have is like an open bar. There's like a workout room, but like it's never the same. And I have to play up in the attic now. I play in the attic basically.
Is that
My
good
drum set.
acoustically? A pretty nice acoustic environment for
It's
the.
fine. I mean, I typically have like headphones on anyways, 'cause I don't want to damage my ears more than they've already been damaged. The only times where I don't like
Yeah.
protect my ears is basically when I play drums at like live or rehearsal, which I don't do very often anymore.
Yeah, it's just
Or
like the feeling is like so different
yeah.
when you have like I always say whenever we play Jason or whatever, I always say like, all right, I'm gonna wear your time. But
Mhm.
like you just feel music so differently. And that's why Dave Grohl in ears or anything like that.
I
You know
know.
that?
It's like realistically you'd want to mic up everything and then play it quieter in your ears. That is the most ideal situation.
Uh, but like I feel like that would feel like disorienting too. I mean, I've never like
I mean,
had
dude,
like
it's
that
it's it's a
professional
high
of a thing.
reacting microphone. Like you're gonna like this is what all professional musicians do when they play live today.
Not Dave Grohl.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, actually, right. Now I
he
think about it. Yeah, no.
he says I was just like watching an interview and he when he played drums in Nirvana and then I think guitar still he just have a monitor next to him and every he wouldn't have any earplugs or anything. He just had that monitor and he had the same monitor guy for like. But anyway, yeah, just be like all
That's
coming at
crazy.
him, and he's like he like stood by it. I mean, obviously he is terrible years, but it's working for him.
Yeah,
So
man,
don't feel
I
too guilty.
I like my ears too much.
Yeah, it's one thing that's like hard. I mean, you can like get what it's called um what's like the thing that you put on your ears to like help you hear better, hearing aids. I
Yeah.
don't know, I forgot that. But you ever see the movie Sound of Metal?
No, I gotta see
The
that one
Sound
with
of
the drummer
Metal.
that like goes deaf
Yeah,
or
yeah, I
whatever.
like recommended that to you like last year,
Yeah, I need to
because I
see that
watched it
one.
like over winter break or
You said
something.
it was
But
scary, didn't you?
it was like
Because
super
it's
scary,
relatable, right? Because that could happen.
but like in a much lesser extent because this guy, is like a pro metal drummer and like does this like day in and day out. But then he just like stopped hearing, and it was definitely realistic sometimes I think. Um, but like the most like kind of scary part was like he like was working, 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 trying to get money to get like the hearing aids. Um, and spoiler, forget that. Yeah, actually, I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna save that for you, Alec.
Okay, alright, alright.
Yeah, just know that he's working, working, working to get hearing aids, and
I mean,
then
this is the
maybe
Matt
something.
experiment after all, so you know.
Everyone watch The Sound of Metal.
Sound of Metal.
Uh,
The Matt. I don't know. It's really feeling like the right thing now. You know, the Matt experiment. I think that it's just the right thing. I don't know.
well, do I want to be anonymous?
Anonymous.
Maybe,
Well,
maybe
you
not. See,
seriously
that's
want
one
to be
thing that
anonymous, Matt. You like you can't share like, dude,
I know,
you fucking bitch. That's right. Yep, we're swearing
I
now.
know.
Dude, you're so
I want
nerd.
to
You
swear. I
invited
want
me to
to.
this. Dude, if you're trying to have Jack on this, bro, good luck. Good
Yeah, you're
luck.
right.
Man
Fuck
has a
it. The
sailor
Mad
mouth.
Experiment. The NC-17 rated X.
See, I'm glad that you like this now. I think it's the perfect name, the Matt experiment. What do you think, Matt? I don't
Works
know. Are you fine
for
with this?
me.
I know I always use your name as like a title for stuff, but I just think it fits, you know?
What about we put in one of my? And just like Matt is such a
We could
basic
do
name. Why don't
like the
we
something else experiment. Like we could do.
when we use one of our nickname, the Mike experiment.
Okay,
Uh,
yeah, the mic experiment's pretty good, honestly.
you know,
I don't have any
good work.
nicknames. I just go by Al, I guess.
Big Al, Al Pal.
Al Pal.
Okay,
I
put a pin in
like
that. But the Mike
the mic
experiment
experiment.
works for me.
Yeah, I'm good with that. The mic
But
experiment. And people will be
no, I
like, "Who
just
the
wanted
fuck is
to.
Mike?" And I'll be like, "Dude, this is you just don't get it."
Yeah, of course. So let's talk a little bit more about inspiration. Like I talked about, I kind of have like a newfound respect for podcasts, but also I just wanted to, in my found life, I just want to get consistency as much as possible. And I wanted to, keep tabs with all around the country, like you, Alec, you remote worker, you
Mhm.
know. Who knows what country, city, planet you're gonna be on
Yeah, I have no
at any
idea
given
still.
moment,
Yeah.
you know.
The only
So I just
thing is,
wanted to
I
like,
still yeah I still have to work that out a little bit, but yeah, no, it's a pretty nice job so far.
yeah, we can talk a little bit more about that. But I just, yeah, I wanted to, in an ideal scenario, like, sort of like routine going where we talk, of course, and the more often that we something like the Jackbox with the crew, the better. So just, I'm all about living intentionally now, Alec.
What do
You
you
know
mean living intentionally?
that I want to make the most of, especially my weekends.
Yeah, no, I
Like
feel the
I just
exact
I
same
have
way. I need to
so
plan
like,
stuff. Like last night I went to go see the new Thor movie and I wasn't even really looking
oh
that
really?
much forward to it and I thought it was pretty average. I thought it was fine. It was kind of underwhelming to be honest, but like it was nice because I just got to hang out with my brother. Like we got out of our house. We had to drive like an hour away to just like go see the movie
Where
pretty
the
much.
hell do you live? You're
Dude,
always
yeah, we're in
saying
the middle
stuff
of
like that.
fucking
Yeah, I
nowhere.
had to drive 2 hours to get to the Jimmy John's. I,
Dude, no, it's bad. To get to like the nearest fast food place is like 30 minutes, and then to go in like into the city like area is like an hour away. So it's like Chicago, but it's like way smaller. So
the nursery store to just like survive. Are you
I
like
mean,
just like
like in
eating
or
what the land provides?
yeah, it's whatever my parents go scoop up at the store, which they have to drive like yeah, like 40 minutes to.
Oh God, I couldn't do that.
Yeah, man. It's something that
Really
I
beautiful
can't do.
area.
I can't do for yeah, no, it's really beautiful out here, but it's like the risk reward situation, it's like it's all about the opportunity cost, right? And it's like you like start adding things up and it just like doesn't add up. It's like I'd rather be like you get a nice house, like that's nice. But then you have to sacrifice like living near like anything at all. And it's like, oh, okay, that kind of sucks. It's like, ooh, but you get like all this nature stuff and it's like, ooh, that's great. And it's like, oh, but like there's like no people out here. You're like, oh yeah, that kind of sucks. You know? So it's
You
like
got trees.
and then it's like, oh, okay, you can go on like nature hikes and there's activities to do around here and there's like a lake so you have like stuff to do but it's also like oh you can't like go into town and really do anything like you can't just like go hit the town that's not really a thing
Hmm.
you kind of have to plan for like everything that you leave and do
No bars. No
like
no
there are like
nightlife.
we're close to Clemson in another town but it's like the
Oh,
like
really?
Clemson is decent but the other town it's like it's all locals so it's like fine but like yeah no Clemson is kind of nice it's just we don't go there super often because yeah it's like 30 minutes away. So that's like an hour round trip.
This is a dumb question, but like Clemson, like, is that what like the school is named?
That's what the
Like
town's
the
named, and yeah, the school's there. It's just
Oh
like a
yeah, that's what I meant.
college
Like,
town.
yeah, like the school is in Clemson, South
Yeah.
Carolina.
Yes. Yes.
Well, you should go to like a game or something, man. That'd be
Oh
lit.
yeah, eventually I will for sure. I mean, no, it's right over here. My brother went there and probably I'm not sure where he's gonna go for grad school or what he's gonna do, but he's doing that at some point. So
Solid, solid.
yeah.
But yeah, just consistency, like routine. That's like beneficial. life, you know?
Mhm.
Because the last thing I want to do, and I mean, it's like already happening, where it's like I started like work a month ago, and it's like just kind of the day together, you know? Because when you get done at your job, you know, you just want to take it easy, and then next thing you know, a month's gone by. What's going to happen a year from now, Alex? Am I going to be
Right.
doing the same thing?
Isn't that so
So
boring that your life can just kind of become that?
it dissolves away
It just
into
kind
the
of,
abyss,
yeah, like, and people
like
were
Squidward
like Squidward, bro. It's like people
in
really
like
were
the Squidtopia.
like I guess if you really like a job, then it's not work, right? But like, yeah, man, it's like, dang, you're really just supposed to do this all the time, and then,
And money's pretty cool though.
I mean, money's great, but like, when do you get to use it? You literally only get to use it like for you
Uh,
either you buy stuff that you want, you like go to events on the weekends, or you pay for like a nice item in the future. That's it. I mean, obviously you got like all the basics. You need all the basic stuff, right? Like food, water, shelter, security, whatever. But like to do anything that you really got a job for other than the basics, like to do like fun things, those like hardly ever happen.
well, you're missing another kind of big thing, Alec, is you know, like families.
Well, yeah, I know
You know,
that's part of like security,
like
right? If you have
that's
like
perspective's
security,
gonna
then you
change.
can actually raise people,
Yeah, I mean, sometimes people start raising people without security, which is a
which
problem.
is a problem. Yeah.
But yeah, I think that perspective's going to change a lot, you know, once you and I settling down, whenever, if that ever happens. But for now, you know, we're just some aliens trying to find purpose in the world.
Dude, for real, that's why I went on that long ass trip, and it honestly just I thought it was gonna give me all the answers, and instead it made me even more confused.
We're trying to find out there. You and
I was just trying to
Monica
find like
finding the word
what
purpose.
I found was peace and solidarity. But what
Yeah,
I did also
that's good.
find was that the whole time I just kind of missed my friends or wished that I could have done the whole trip with someone else. Like I did part of it with people, and it was a lot more fun with
Yeah,
people. And doing it alone, it's like it's fine. It's just like being alone
but
kind of sucks. Kind of not
yeah, but
not the
I
greatest.
feel like when you were doing that, you were like obviously taking pictures and like recording the things so that you could share it with us for like that 2 hour, you know, session that we were outside, you know, and I
Yeah.
thought that was like really, really beneficial.
You think
So,
so?
yeah, you weren't
It was
in it alone,
beneficial for
Alex.
my mental health.
You weren't in it alone. I mean, we were with you in spirit
Yeah,
and waiting
true.
for that moment when you would tell us
Yeah,
all about your journey.
yeah, I just wanted to be able to share it with people, have stories to tell. Think it's kind of weird because I keep thinking that happened like a year ago now because like the change is just so significant between doing that and working. It's just like so significant.
And then what do you feel about college? Was that like 3 years ago?
Dude, that felt like an eon ago, man. That's like way in my past now, which is crazy. I don't even feel like it's
Which
like I
was
haven't been to
literally
college
like
in forever.
less than 2 months ago. I don't
Mhm.
even
Mhm.
Yeah, time moves differently when you like gotta work that 9 to 5 or whatever.
Yeah, no, I
Because
work an
how long?
8 to 5, dude.
Yeah, that's how long you're at your desk. 8 to 5.
Well, I get to eat lunch and we get like a couple 15-minute breaks, so it ends up being like fine, but it's still you have to be in a block of 8 to 5 that you're doing stuff.
Sure, sure.
It's
Yeah,
tough.
I just take a quick like 30 minute. Uh, so I usually leave around 4:30. Um, and I started. There's like in our office, which is on Foxfield. I tell you where I work.
No.
It's like by East, and uh,
Isn't like those
there's
office
like
complexes behind the school?
so like East Taco Bell, and it's like on Foxfield. There's like you
Oh,
know
yeah, yeah, yeah.
where all those like cars are. I don't know. I don't know
Yeah, all the
how.
car
I don't know.
dealership areas.
Yeah, so it's like across the street. And yeah, there's like offices, and I mean the buildings have been around for like probably like a while. probably like from the 70s or so.
Hmm.
And because of that, there's like a built-in like stone picnic area, which is in the building. Um, like it was probably meant for smokers, you
Yeah.
know. It's like a smoking area. It
Hmm.
has like a bunch of like stone ashtrays and stuff like that. But you know, now that we're healthy and not as cool, not ripping cigs anymore,
Yeah.
yeah, I eat it sometimes, you know, good break, good nature break in the middle of the day. But what I'm looking forward to do is, I don't know, you said that you sometimes go outside work if the opportunity is
Yeah.
right, right?
When it presents itself, yeah, I go out on like my porch or my patio.
Yeah, would be like huge. It's just like being outside is just like,
It's
and when it's
invigorating.
nice out, it
Yeah,
just like
no.
makes life so much better.
Dude, yeah, no, when I was on my trip, I was just outside like all the time and I didn't care anymore. I was like, dude, it's just so much nicer to just be outside, be in
That's how
nature.
we were.
It's
That's
like
how we were
what's
meant to.
it like calms me down whenever I like go out somewhere natural. It just makes me like wonder a little bit more about the world instead of just being
Oh,
caught
there's
up.
like
We get caught up in this bullshit, dude. It sucks.
so many obviously like studies and stuff that. Uh, what just happened?
What
Did you get some
happened?
sort of notification?
No.
I thought like Jason or something just hopped on.
No.
That'd be fucking funny. Um, yeah, I mean, obviously, there's like so many studies that are, you know, just go to show that being in nature, just like for a little bit, just like makes your like life so much better.
Yeah.
Cholesterol and stuff brings me to another topic. Yeah, I mean, one of the podcasts I'm into is the Logan Paul one.
Really?
You know anything about that
You
one?
listen to the fucking Paul brothers, Matt?
Well, they bring a lot of interesting people on, and
Dude, this is equivalent
they're
to like listen. This is just as bad as Joe Rogan, dude. You do listen to Joe Rogan as well?
no, I mean, well, actually, funny story about Joe. Listen to one episode. Listen, this is when we were coming back from spring break last year. I don't know if you know anything about that time in my life, but driving back from spring break last year, my friend Anthony says, "Hey Matt, we were going back from Valpo, going back to the Burbs, giving some of my friends a ride, and Anthony says, "Hey, let's put on the Joe Rogan podcast." And listen to that for a little bit. And next thing you know, I'm smashing into the median with my car after being hit in the back, you know. So I blame
I
the
didn't
Joe
hear about
Rogan.
that. I don't remember you getting in a car accident.
Yeah, the Prius. You don't remember the Prius?
I do remember
I
the
guess you
Prius. I
weren't
wonder
really
what
around.
happened to it. I was like, what happened to it?
Yeah, it got totaled.
Dang.
The whole 9 yards.
Yeah, damn.
But yeah, I blame the Joe Rogan podcast for that. Because
Alright.
I like before that moment, I had never listened to like 1 second of a
Yeah.
podcast
Yeah.
or anything that defines itself as like a podcast or anything like that.
Mhm.
So I'm like, okay, sure. And then less than 5 minutes later, the worst life occurs. Coincidence?
No, no fucking way, dude. No way. That's
No,
Joe Rogan right there. That's Joe
it
Rogan's
is.
fault.
It is. I fully agree. And so I'd like a check for the loss of my car from Joe Rogan,
For
please.
$5 million, $5 billion from Joe
Uh,
Rogan.
that's how much the Prius was worth, I think. 5 billion, roughly,
Five
give or take.
trillion dollars from Joe
No,
Rogan.
I wouldn't go that far. Um, what were we talking about before this?
You're talking about podcasts. You're talking about how you're listening to the Paul brother, Logan.
Oh yes, yeah.
I'm
Nature.
like, dude, it's a dangerous
Um,
path, man. You don't want to be
the
listening to what the Paul
the
brothers say.
reason why, well, first off, like lately, whenever I listen to it, they had Kevin O'Leary on, the guy from Shark Tank.
Yeah.
So like, I just like the people that bring on because they're like really interesting people and they cover like a wide variety of different subjects. And also their format is like kind of like what I've been like vibing with at work, just like dudes chopping it up, you know?
Mhm.
Feels like I'm talking to you, talking to wherever. So kind of fits my ideal situation. But they also had King on, you know, the Liver King.
Yeah.
He's like an
And
influencer
he's like,
that like preaches,
yeah, bro, I'm eating bull testicles today. I'm eating some fucking donkey liver. We're eating some
and
horse brains.
it's all raw,
Yeah.
and his face and blood by the time he's done eating it.
Yeah.
But he also just like preaches like a natural lifestyle, and
Dude, that man is not natural, bro. He takes so many
oh,
steroids.
oh, I mean, but like what his lifestyle that he's trying to promote or whatever is like he doesn't like use technology, he uses minimum of like technology or something like that, and like is all about being out in nature as much as possible. He like obviously like wears the minimum amount of clothing at all times.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know because that's like how maybe we were supposed to be as primates.
Bro, we were it's pretty clear, Matt, that the writing is on the wall that we were designed for one purpose, and that is a purpose that we don't even understand, right? We were placed on this earth and we evolved with the earth, and now we're trying to separate ourselves from it. That's just not going to work out in the long run.
Separate by like
Just
relying on
like,
technology.
yes, dude. The way that we were created and bred was not for large groups of people. And then you bring in large groups of people, and humans still haven't really figured out what to do.
Yeah, I know. It's
For like
like
200,000 years, we haven't really figured that one out. It's like, for a long time, it used to just be like, oh, you'd be in like your village or whatever, and some people would live in cities. Not as many people as you think. Not like today. But
no,
then
I mean just
eventually
like
they just brought everyone around the cities, and then people just kind of grew up, and then technology spread it up. But I think the real issue that I kind of figured out is like people need to be comfortable being in small groups. Like small groups are great. Being alone, people need to be more comfortable with that, especially in the with technology, bro. Everyone's always like, oh my God, dude, I just got a notification, bro. And it's like, dude, you just put it down. Just chill out a little bit, you know? Just need to take a
well you just covered a lot and you were talking about mankind's
well, yeah, man.
rise
Because
and then put your cell phone down, kids.
well, dude, it's because the way that mankind was created, like you were saying, was literally just to survive. And now that we've discovered that we can actually go beyond just surviving and like create things, it's like, dude, I think Earth kind of messed up creating us. You know, we were kind of the end game, I think, right?
I don't really know a whole lot about evolution, but I just
Well, like we're the
think
end game. We are the greatest creation that this planet has ever seen.
as the dinosaurs.
Nah, nah, dude. We could actually like we can do way more than dinosaurs ever could. Dinosaurs couldn't build
But
skyscrapers.
they're badass though.
Yeah, but they couldn't build skyscrapers. They couldn't understand natural patterns. They couldn't
They couldn't
understand
understand
language.
how to wave dash.
Yeah, dude.
They
Wave
didn't even
stash,
have
up tilt,
Nintendo.
forward smash, dude.
They didn't even have
Dude,
Nintendos,
they didn't.
bro.
I know. But yeah,
But I
no.
just like whenever they're like new dinosaur discovered, and it's like a rooster like cross a like panda, and
Yeah.
it's just like the most terrifying thing you've ever seen.
Dude, animals are weird, man. And we're one of them. Just never forget that, you know?
I don't, that's why it like makes me like kind of like weirded out when I'm just like working and then existential crisis. Like
But yeah, we were
I
supposed
wonder what
to
I wonder what my ancestors were doing
like
like
when I was
five
like
thousand years ago.
when I was on this trip and they were talking about like native people, they were like, yeah, like people that lived in the desert, they used to just live out in the desert during the cold months, and they would travel up further north during during summer months, right? So it'd be cooler. And it just makes sense. That's what most fucking animals do. How many animals actually like
Uh,
bear out winters? Like not many.
they just like hibernate or just like live in
Like
the
some of
winter
them
and
do. And
do normal shit.
hibernation is just like they're still active. They just stay indoors for the most part. Kind of
Yeah, I
fatten
mean,
up.
migratory, just like bears, every bird ever, just like, yeah,
Dude,
that makes
like
sense.
most things don't hibernate. Like that's like a myth. Like hibernation is actually just like animals either moving or they're just like trying to survive. That's what
Right.
hibernation really is. They just are less active outside because it takes so much energy to stay warm.
But like, are like the only species to your point that just like makes their habitat accommodate them,
Yeah, which is wrong.
of
It's probably
course.
wrong because, like I said, these
That's why
people
we're
used
the
to
end game.
travel. They used to travel back and forth, just like old people today. They
I
used to travel.
mean, Florida,
Yeah, Florida man, dude. Like
yeah.
Arizona people, like they used to just move back and forth. But it was really interesting because they showed us like this crevice in a cave, and they're like, yeah, this is where they used to sleep. And it's just like this small opening in like this dark, cool area. I'm like, dude, people would like wake up in the middle of the night and like smack their head on the rock. But it's like crazy. It's like that's what we like 4,000 years ago. That's what we were doing. We were painting stuff on walls. We were chilling on rocks, going to sleep. We were migrating across the country following animals for food and shelter and better weather. And now here we are trying to make sure that we upload a funny TikTok so we get millions of views. What happened?
I don't know. It's like
Where
hard to
where did
tell
the disconnect
what
happen, dude? There's a clear disconnect.
just,
It's like phones are really really neat because they were around for a long time and it enabled people to like have a conversation wherever they were. Like, but they weren't available everywhere. But now that you have like consistent access to anything ever, it's like, bro, like it's too much. Humans weren't designed to take this much input at once.
but
Like
what
like
if you
rolling
had
all the way
a
back to what you just said, Matt. We're literally turning into the fat people from Wall-E. It's just instant gratification. We get junk food whenever we want. We're clicking on all the technology things, and then we're chatting, and then we're chatting with our friends and seeing what's going on. And that's all it is anymore. Is
so
we sit in a
what would
chair.
you rather do? What would you rather be fighting bison to survive, or would you rather do this?
I don't know
There's
if I
no
want
middle
that. I
ground.
just feel like we could have built like something better by now, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think obviously a lot of people see that what we do right now is a problem. It's just like, what is the next step going to be?
I think people need to embrace nature more. I think a lot of people don't care. Most people don't care, to be honest.
Yeah, you're probably
I
right
think
on
I think I
that.
know a lot of young people care about global warming, but I don't really think that they would even go outside and like do something outdoorsy. Like all the people that I ran into that were doing hikes and stuff were either doing really minimal stuff or they were all older. It's never young people. It's a very, very small group of people that do it when they're young these days, which is weird.
Yeah, you have just like a certain sample size. I'm sure there's
Oh, I'm sure there's plenty, but like,
young hikers,
yeah, I'm sure there's plenty, but I'm just saying, like, it just doesn't feel
babies, if
like
you will.
it just feels like a lot of people are doing stuff involved with technology. Like hobbies are starting to die. It's just becoming like people are too tired after like school or work, so they just like sit down and watch streaming service. Which isn't bad. I mean, that's not a bad like life, but I always feel like when I look back on the time that I just spent a lot of time watching TV, I don't remember anything.
Right.
Like sophomore year of high school, I just sat down and watched a ton of TV, and I pretty much just remember the shows that I watched. And it's like, sure, it was entertaining when I was doing it, but like I remember all the stuff from like, oh yeah, this is when we like when I like made a song, or when I went on that really cool trip, or when I like started exercising, or when I don't know, like I started like outfitting my drum kit better, stuff like that. Like stuff that I'm actually like actively doing takes more effort and I'm like less interested in it until I start doing it and then I feel like I enjoy it even more.
That's how I want life to be.
Right? Right? And that's what you were talking
A
about.
memorable experiences,
Yeah.
things that you remember,
Yeah, I'll let you
and
take the steering wheel. Keep going with this, man. I like this.
some way that we can achieve that is famous podcasts. So you don't have so you can quit your job.
Exactly,
So
dude.
easy. It's so easy.
Live the life.
The people that are doing this, man, they're so dumb.
A
They're
lot of
so
people
dumb,
are
but
dumb,
people
yeah.
like them. They like
People
them.
love
I
them.
don't
Joe
know.
Rogan is an absolute moron, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what the secret formula is, but you got to try. And like I said, we're not just doing this to like to make it big, because that's cringy. That's
No,
like not
I'm
gonna
just doing this
happen.
because it's fun, and I like talking to
And
you.
it's fun.
And we
And
can
yeah,
bring people in, and we
I
can have
wanted
random,
to yeah
combos.
have like an intentional way to connect with my good bud, one of my great buds, Alec, from across the
Yes.
country, and yeah, a routine of some kind,
Yeah.
so I can remember these good times. But also, yeah, I kind of want to get your opinion on, you know, like sort of activities. Like, I mean, doesn't maybe have to be solely like audio. Like, if you wanted
Yeah.
to like do some sort of like online game, we're talking, maybe that
Yeah,
would be
no, we could do
enjoyable.
games.
Like, not really, like a huge competitive gamer, but like I was thinking maybe like just get like Wordles, like a co-op Wordle thing going, like crosswords, I tend to be pretty solid at.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
something to
Trying to
do.
be all cool here, Matt. Trying to say that you're hot shit on crosswords, bro. You think you're a word
Like,
nerd, dude? You think you're a
I
word nerd?
think I'm word. Uh, one of the reasons that came to my mind is because of my internship
Yeah.
last summer. What a group of people did, what I thought was like really funny and like just interesting was like 10 people that were working there for like 10 years together.
Mhm.
Every lunch, they'd go in New York Times crossword, like as much as they could do.
Mhm.
And they just like did that for like stuff. And I feel like it was just like a thing that they all like really enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
Wow, I like imagine myself doing something like
See,
that
that's the other
for
thing,
10
Matt.
years.
That's the other thing, is that it's good to be social. I remember doing things with friends. Not
I can't
as
remember
much not
do
as
that
much
anymore.
doing like I don't have as many memories just like doing stuff online, but obviously instant gratification stuff is great. Like playing a video game with friends, you could do that over and over again, like, playing or like watching something. You could do that with friends too. I always think it's more enjoyable than just doing it alone because like I say, I just kind of forget.
Of
But
course.
like when you have the ability to just like socialize with people, that's what I miss from college a lot. So I would wake up every day and I'd have friends there. Now I wake
And
up
I
and now I wake up,
wonder,
yeah.
yeah, and now you wake up in a room of a cell of solitude.
Yeah.
Are you depressed, Ellie? Are you depressed?
Maybe.
Are we all, man?
I'm definitely not, but it always feels like sometimes I just get really sad and or like unmotivated. It comes and goes. I'm like, man, like life just kind of sucks sometimes. That's just kind of life though.
Well, therapy is pretty in. Not
That is
saying
true.
that
People go
you're, I
to
mean,
therapy.
not saying that you problems necessitate that. You can do whatever you feel you want to do. But a lot of people do that nowadays. But what you were saying kind of reminds me of that one Queens of the Stone Age song. They give pills to swallow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so don't. You're not gonna be you.
Yeah. That's another thing. You gotta just be yourself. A lot of people are just kind of selling out for like, but it's weird because they're not selling out for like money. They're selling out because they think they want to like be a part of something.
What can you give me an example?
I don't know, like trying to become famous maybe, or like they want people to appreciate them more, or they want to seem interesting when they're not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Sometimes being interesting is like doing things, and I feel like there's so many people I've met who are just really boring, and I feel bad for them.
Am I a part of
That sounded like
that
really mean.
that number?
No, you're definitely not, dude. It's like people that just like, what do they do? Like I knew so many people from Indiana who like their only hobbies were like drinking and watching TV. I was like, dude, you need to do something with your life, man. Like like
Yeah,
they
I
just
get
sit
it.
around, talk about sports, watch TV and drink, play drinking games. I'm like, dude, this is so lame. Like you have nothing going on in your life, dude. Like do
Yeah.
something with your life.
Sometimes that is sometimes all they need to achieve their like social like status bar, or like that's all gratified. That's sufficient for some people,
That's
but
fair.
for some people that are a little hungrier, like you and I, we need a little more
Man needs sustenance.
things. We need a little instance to stop from going crazy. Us,
Yeah.
I feel like that's pretty common among creative people,
Yeah, we're both
musically,
creative.
artistically,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah. People that just want to
So
express themselves through something else. Or just like take time off. Just like hang out. Like drumline I always thought was really fun. It had its ups and downs, but like at the end of the day, it was like our like social circle for like music until like we got out of high school, and then it just became kind of like, just all the friends through Jason kind of. That's kind of, isn't it just kind of a wacky coincidence that we both happen to be like doing something with Jason? I didn't even realize you were friends with Jason.
I don't know, it's friendships are a weird thing, it's
Yeah,
they kind of just like develop, and next thing you know, like
it just
you
kind of
have
happens. Yeah,
friends.
you have
Like I
friends.
I, I can't really point exactly when I became friends with you, became friends with Jason, became friends with like whoever. I was just like it's like I obviously know like kind of went around. I like started meeting people.
Yeah, and then some of them just stick around.
Obviously for us, yeah.
Like I remember the first time I met Jack, I felt like we didn't even like say he didn't even like say anything. I thought he was a super quiet guy, and he's super outspoken.
No, it's like yeah,
He was like
people.
he was just like a really quiet like nerdy looking kid, and I was like, who the fuck is this guy? Like this is the guy that's in our band that Jason brought in. I was like, whatever, like I'll do this one time thing, and then Jason was like, we're gonna keep doing this, right? And then we came out with original songs. I don't even know how that happened. I don't remember to be honest.
Yeah, you want to plug your shit, Alec? You want to plug your stuff you got coming on this summer?
Dude, I think we're gonna try to record some of our music this summer. I think that's why I'm gonna come back to St. Charles in the first place. Because
Have to get your vehicle.
everyone always asks me to like play them my music, and I don't really have anything to show them. And I'm like, well, like we have all these original songs. Like it's more about like the fact that I know Jason and Jack especially just really talented guitarists, and I'm just kind of the drummer. I'm pretty good, but like they're like professional musicians,
You're
so
the creative head of the team,
kinda. I mean, I
I
came
would
up with the
argue.
band name. I write a lot of the lyrics. And then I make the drum parts, but but they always make the songs. They're behind all of that. They're the ones that come up with the melody.
That's just how guitars be.
Yeah,
I'll never
true.
really understand it.
No, I can come up with all of the basic outlines of a song, but then making a melody is like impossible, dude. It requires so much free time to like try. Like you have to mess around with so many combinations in an instrument that you create something
But
new. That's
I
crazy.
mean, as a beginner bassist, it's like when fluent, like in the same way that like you can like come up with a beat or something.
Yeah.
Once you fluent in the language of an instrument, it's a lot easier to your point, mess around and to be like, hey, that sounds pretty good. Uh, so
It's like
and already kind of been experiencing that a little bit with the bass.
it's just crazy. In order to get where I am now with drumming, like literally I had to like in middle school, I had to get the basics from like an actual teacher on how to play drum set and then like go somewhere with it. So then I had like the basics. But then when I got to high school, I had to like learn how to actually like play like a snare drum like an actual like more like professional way, like doing different drum rudiments and stuff like that. I never really did that in middle school or anything.
You learn with your instrument, yeah, to reach a
Yeah.
state of fluency where you don't have to think about it anymore.
Yeah, exactly. And I just kept doing it and I kept practicing stuff at home and I like understood how to read the notation and then I got better at drumming and then I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool. So then as soon as I got slapped on toms, I was like, dude, this sucks. I really liked playing snare drum because I like doing all of like the rudiments and stuff like that. So I was super pissed that I got put on toms. I remember because I was like, dude, I'm gonna have no idea what I'm doing. And then I realized I was like, dude, like this is actually just like playing a drum set. This is really cool. And then I liked it way more. And then that's actually what got me back into playing drum set. I didn't even start
Hmm.
playing.
Hmm.
I like played from like seventh grade to freshman year of high school, and then stopped until until like second semester senior year of high school. I picked it up again, like bought new cymbals because my cymbals were just trash. Bought new drum heads because the drum heads were trash, and uh, and then I just kind of relearned what I was doing, and I was like, dang, I'm actually really good at drum set. It turns out because of all the stuff that we did in high school. Crazy.
Yeah, yeah, for the listeners listening at home, Alec and I are big, big music people.
Oh
We
yeah,
both
dude.
drummers. You got to fill in the new viewers. Got to give them some context.
Dude, I feel like we should just have a day where we need to come up with actual like podcast concepts. I thought one of them that would be really cool was talking about drumline high school because it really was a neat fun thing, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
Not a
I
lot
would
of people
say.
have an experience like that. Like marching band for everyone else at high school just kind of seemed kind of lame. Like they all were like a group of people like that were like, okay, we're all friends, we're all like practicing and like our smuggers, whatever. But it never really seemed like they were like the percussion section ever, dude. Like everyone was kind of just friends in band class, and then there was the percussion kids, dude.
Yeah, it was definitely like one of the
We
most
were an exclusive
memorable
club.
and fulfilling experiences of like my youth for sure.
Yeah, dude.
And I didn't in college. I did like a similar thing. Obviously, like I had like 3 days a week rehearsal, and it really wasn't ever like really the same as like the friendships you made in high school and band and stuff. But maybe that's just like
Because we kept it
a
casual, but
environment.
we still
Yeah,
wanted to actually play.
maybe it's just an environment that just like led itself to opportunities like that. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Something latched on to like some of us in drumline where we just really liked playing music, I guess, or doing it. Because like when we were freshmen, I remember drumline was significantly different than when we were seniors. It felt like it was like super like strict and in line, like like you have to actually like be really good at what you're doing.
And that was just he that should not be named. If you
True,
know what I'm talking about.
true. He was an asshole.
Yeah.
But hey, man, we had a really good group. We were super committed. And then as soon as we were seniors, we kept things going. And my sister said that after our year, it got really bad. Apparently, it wasn't nearly as good. Somehow that
Just
does
like
not surprise me.
fun. Just like fun, or I don't
I think
know.
they just had too much fun and just didn't care, and then they sounded bad.
Sure.
Like the thing is that we got somehow like as fellow students, we were somehow able to convince like people that were like 1 to 3 years younger than us to like try really hard and actually like practice things. Like people would be
That was
told like
like
you got to go home and practice this. Like you got to show up and not be a fool in front of us because we were all like kind of friends, right? So you show up and be a fool in front of your friends, like dude, then you're making us all look like a fool because we're all in this together. It was kind of how I saw it,
it
you know?
definitely was like really crucial to my leadership. Number one, because like yeah, convincing 30 people of all different ages,
Oh
personalities,
yeah, dude.
whatever, to like devote themselves to like a unified goal. That's just like that stuff is applicable anywhere in your life.
Oh,
But
for sure.
we could talk about this. This could be its own
Yeah, no,
episode,
I
of course,
like
because
this. I like this.
I know that you have a lot of memories, that we made doing that, and a lot of experiences we certainly learned
Yeah. Oh yeah,
from
no.
that time as well.
Yeah, another thing we could talk about is just like music. We just talk about like there's a bunch of different stuff. I was thinking like we could do something kind of funny, like the worst super group that you could come up with. Like like what would
Yeah.
be like a terrible super group? What would be like what is like the worst album covers? That'd be really funny. Maybe like what your favorite drummers are and just talking about like
Mhm.
how we like play music based on our favorite drummers. It's like there's a bunch of music ones. I was thinking like we could talk about movies, TV shows. That's pretty easy. Just talk about life. We could just have one where we're just kind of catching up on
Open it
life.
up.
You know?
It's the mic experience. You can just do whatever.
Yeah.
Chop it up. You know, things that are going on various lives because lead busy lives, have
And yeah, we
interesting
can play games
jobs.
too. We can play games.
Yeah, it's a casual game. maybe we move this Twitch. You ever been on Twitch? Yeah, like ever
No, I've never
big Twitcher?
streamed.
Me neither.
So yeah. Right? Yeah, people just kind of do that. I've never been a really big Twitch watcher. I literally don't like watch streams. I don't know. It's cool, but
Yeah, no, me neither really.
I might get into it now that I'm working remote and I could just have something playing in the background, but I like listening to music, so I don't know why I would, and I feel like it would just be distracting anyways. So, I don't know. It's like some people like watching TV in the background. I'm fine with music to be honest. It's pretty low key and I can focus on something else and still listen to Butthole Surfers, you know. Actually, not gonna lie, I'm not a huge fan of the Butthole Surfers. I don't really listen to the Butthole Surfers.
One song I was a hero or something.
Yeah, they have one good song. I like their style is just too weird for me. Like it's a weird experimental rock, and I'm like, it's just weird. It just doesn't sound great. I don't know. Maybe I'll come around someday, but
Maybe as a similar butthole surfers aren't for everybody. But a band that Jack recommended that I never listened but obviously knew was the Pixies.
oh, dude, the Pixies are
Yeah,
fire, dude.
I
Dude,
like listened to every song in their discography like 3 times. Work on Friday. It's just like so good.
dude, I'm telling you, man, they're fucking great. Dude, I love Doolittle. That album is amazing. It's got like everything you could possibly want out of an album. It's got some absolute ragers. It's got some pop songs. It's got some
Yeah, I
experimental
know. Just
tracks.
how diverse they are. Like
They were great.
they're like punk, like like 80s pop. Like it's like so
They're
diverse and
really
like they're
fun.
so talented. Yeah,
Yeah, I love the
bangers for
Pixies.
sure.
Love the Pixies. Yeah, you'd probably really like the Breeders too. Ooh, yeah. I'm gonna turn you on to the Breeders now.
That's an interesting name, but
They
I'll check
had
it
they
out.
have an album. It's the bassist from the Pixies and her sister. They made a band, and they came out with a
Oh,
really sick
word.
album in like '93.
Hmm.
They got they got
I'll
some
check it out.
absolute bangers on that, dude. I think they're a really underrated band. I think that some of the let me look up the tracks again, cause yeah, bro, the Breeders, dude. What- the album's called Last Splash, dude. They got some bangers, some serious. It definitely just sounds a lot like the Pixies, but it's more like what the bassist in the band wrote, which is like more of their heavy stuff, believe it or not.
Hmm.
Like it's like really it's chill, but it's like grungy. It's like chill grunge. It's a nice sound.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Let you know what I think.
Yeah.
I'm always looking for stuff to listen to. You never want to be stuck listening to like the same 10 songs or whatever. That tends to happen to me a lot.
Really? Dude, I'm always listening to something else. I'm all like, dude, I've got so many albums in my library and I've listened to like when I work out, I listen to like a new like I listen to a couple new albums every week. It'll be like 3 or 4 new albums every week.
That's great. Like I want to be like that. But for just like the sake of like comfort, I don't even know. I
Dude,
just kind of like play the same songs for like a couple weeks and then change them out.
dude, nah, bro. You gotta expand. Because as soon as I
Yeah,
started listening
I
to
do
like
expand.
everything, bro, I started realizing how different my taste is. And it also helps me compare it to stuff that I really like. Which is like every single time that I listen to 60s rock, it really doesn't get any better than a couple artists, to be completely honest. Every time. I'm always like they're really like the 90s is like a treasure trove of magic. Like all the stuff that was like inspired
Oh, without a
past
doubt.
the 60s and the 70s and everything that inspired what we listen to today all came together in the 90s. Like like it's all like incredible like rock music and hip hop music. It's just
Yeah,
they and
think about
electronic music. And I didn't even realize that about electronic music. And then
genres
dude, it's
created.
crazy. It's like there's stuff that's still kind of like popping up and becoming popular now that people are like, this sounds good now, and it came out 30 years ago, like 40 years, like early 90s. I'm like, dude, this is crazy. It's great. 90s is probably the best period of music, other than like I don't know, like it's interesting with music. I always feel like sometimes people say decades. The best decade would probably be like the 90s, but there are like a couple like year areas that were really really good. Like The area from like 67 to like 71 was just amazing. From like 78 to like 80 was great too. From like 89 to 93 was great.
Late 60s to like I'd say like early
I already
70s.
said that. Yeah.
Oh, but
But honestly, one of my favorites, which always surprises me, is like 2008 to like 2013. Like that 5 years was like incredible music, dude. Honestly, the rest of the
I get the Black
2010s,
Eyed Peas. What do
the
you got?
rest of the 2010s can kind of fuck off. Like I really like the early 2010s music was like next level. I don't know what happened, but like everything good came between like 2008 and like 2013, pretty much.
What do
Like
you got during then? Black Eyed Peas.
but why you keep
Uh,
bringing up the black, bro? Like their best album is the funk one,
uh,
Funkadelics or
uh,
whatever.
uh,
Dude, that came out in like 2003.
I don't know.
No, that's a different. That's a band. My bad. Funkadelic is a band.
Yeah, you got like Jason Derulo, Usher,
Dude, why are you bringing up these artists? I'm thinking like alternative rock and
Train,
hip hop, bro. I was thinking like Kid Cudi. I was thinking like Mac Miller,
for sure, for sure.
Kanye West.
I was thinking about songs that are nostalgic for me.
Dude, I was thinking about like I don't know, T Swift, bro, Katy Perry, like even like pop artists were like Lady Gaga, like they came out with their good shit in that time range, and then everything after that kind of just I don't know what happened, but
Fell off.
kind of did. It's kind of weird. It's like there were a lot of really great bigger like artists between 2008 and 2013 where it was like the end of radio, and then everything beyond like 2014 to like now kind of all just kind of blends together in my brain. Like I see that like Currents by like Tame Impala that came out in like 2015. I'm like, bro, no way that came out in 2015. Like that was so long ago. Shit was 7 years ago.
We got
And
Factor
it's not his best
you
album. His
know.
best album came out in 2013, so 2012, 2013.
Got to factor COVID into play too, you know.
True.
Some
COVID
people
made
just
things
kind of like
really
took
weird.
took a break for a year or two.
Yeah. But I don't know, bro. I think I really do think that that music is probably better than it's ever been before, like now. I mean, the way the artists are compensated, definitely not, but
Hmm.
um just you can have anything that you want to listen to. It's like past 2013 felt like indie artists just exploded though. Like you could listen to anything anywhere. You could listen on SoundCloud, YouTube, and any streaming platform because that just became huge like around then. So it was like everything was instant access and anyone could upload it for free or for whatever. And so now you're getting like you can listen to small artists more than like ever before, which is why people are discovering all these artists in the
Yeah,
90s that like no one knew about. And now that they're like bringing it up and they're like, "Oh, this is shoegaze now." They're trying to lump like Smashing Pumpkins in as shoegaze. I'm like, "Dude, you guys clearly do not you guys are clearly going too far here." Like there are a
that
lot of like hidden gem artists, but it's like nowadays it's
that's
like
like a good
you can listen to whoever you want pretty much.
that's a good outcome of the what you're talking about is that an evil of the earth that's poisoning our minds as cell phones and having access to anything
But I
that's
mean, yeah,
positive
it's a double-edged sword, right?
positive development where like you said anyone can like anything out there for anyone so you're gonna discover a lot of cool things too certainly.
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. But it's just like the way that sometimes the way things go with instant access kind of sucks. But other times it's really nice. It's super convenient,
Hmm.
but sometimes convenience also is equivalent to laziness, and sometimes I just feel like that just doesn't promote life. You know, I feel like
No,
being lazy your whole life just makes you bland, makes you kind of like I mean, it'll make you like boring. I feel like you'll appreciate life less. You'll just like get
like a
caught in a
ham
rut.
sandwich.
You'll probably be more depressed. I don't know. That's kind of how I feel. I feel like you gotta shake things up or it's just not gonna be interesting.
I'm all about shaking it up.
Yeah, like
Shake
the
it up,
Disney
man.
show with Zendaya.
That was a show.
Yeah, dude, Shake It Up with Zendaya and that the redhead that went crazy.
Tom Holland.
No,
Yeah, I don't know.
Bella Thorne. What? Dude, Matt, what happened?
I don't know. I think I just lost you there for a second.
You just, yeah, your internet connection is kind of.
Was it being sus?
Well, I wasn't gonna say anything until now, but yeah, you've been cutting in and out sometimes.
Damn it.
So there's gonna be a lot of cutting in this, but it's all right. I think this is like podcast zero, anyways. I'd
Oh,
say
of
that the
course, yeah.
next podcast will be better, but I'm not sure how we
Should have said
wanna.
something, Alec. I would have hopped on like my hotspot or something. I don't know.
Oh,
Or
okay, all right, whatever. Hey,
move
we could do.
locations.
Oh, that's why I was like, we could try for next time, or we could just give it another
Yeah.
test. You know, this is trial zero. It still worked out for the most part. You just cut out at some points, but it was never like in like a crazy part where you're like talking a lot or something. I don't know.
Okay. Well, maybe I'll listen to it and
Okay.
see what's up.
Well, I think that we should plan out the next like couple, and we should just plan when we want to do them. I don't know if you want to do what you want to do once a week or something, or like.
Yeah. Are we still recording right now?
Yeah, we're still recording. Yeah.
Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, um, this like period of time for me is kind of like a good period of time.
Yeah.
We can do it maybe slightly earlier if
Yeah,
you like don't want
honestly,
it to be in
slightly
the
earlier might
afternoon.
even be better. I
Sure.
I mean,
Sure.
I used to like when I was in college. Well, I mean, it's funny that I'm saying that now. When I was in college, back when I was in college, it's
The
so sad.
dinosaurs roam the earth.
I was I'd like fucking go crazy on Friday and then wake up at like 1 or 2 on like Saturday. And I just can't do that now because I have like
No,
I had more free time at school still, I think.
yeah, dude, I'm honestly down to do it. Like,
Or maybe
I don't know.
it wasn't more free time. It was like I just had friends with me all the time. So like even when I was doing work, it was like we were all hanging out together. I don't know.
True, true. But like, yeah, just like for the future, like I'm down if you don't want to wake up at 1 p.m. I'm
Well,
down to like
I'm
good.
saying like we could do it earlier because I'm waking up at a more
Yeah,
reasonable time these
no,
days.
yeah, that's what
So
I'm saying.
yeah, because I
Like,
might do other stuff in my afternoon. Like I might go for a hike after that or something. Maybe not today because the weather's been kind of spotty, but it's been raining a lot here lately.
depending on like the vibe, we could do it at like 9:30 my time, maybe earlier. I don't know.
You want to do that
Whatever.
early? We don't. I was thinking like we could do it like at noon my time or like 11. We could do it when you're at like like 10 or 11 where you're at if you're okay with that.
Well, yeah, it's only 30 minutes after what I was suggesting.
Okay,
But
whatever,
yeah.
bro, whatever.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, Saturday morning, early afternoon is pretty. It's a holy time for me, but I can replace that with catching up with Al on the mic experience.
On the mic experiment. It's not experience.
Oh yeah,
It's
fuck
the mic
experiment.
experiment.
On the mic with
Where are
Mike.
we gonna upload these?
Well, I don't know. What's gonna spit it out as MP4?
Yeah, it's gonna start as an MP4, and then I can always extract the audio from it.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, you can find us on YouTube
Yeah,
slash the mic experience
the mic
experiment.
experiment,
Yeah,
Matt.
fuck. Yeah.
Yo, I'm okay. So if you didn't want to say our names, then what? We would just go by our. If you want to keep it anonymous, we can. We could just go by
I
nicknames.
give a
I'm alright
shit.
with that.
We can talk about this maybe off air,
Yeah, we
so
can. Yeah, that's
we're not
fine.
breaking the fourth wall.
This is why this is episode zero because we've called each other by our names a lot, and named where we live and stuff. So
Of course. Yeah, just like if you could, just like maybe like send this to me on like Google or
yeah,
whatever's
and you
like
can check this
easiest.
out. Yeah.
I'll like listen to it and decide if it's even worth fucking posting or anything.
Oh, sure, sure, yeah.
But yeah, I just kind of want to like listen.
Sure, yeah. Yeah,
Well, I hope
dude.
this was an enjoyable experience for you.
This was, Matt. It was good to talk to you for a minute. It's nice. So this will be fun. And then we should do like an episode, maybe a second, should do an episode. And then yeah, we could backyardigans this shit if you wanted to.
Yeah, yeah, just like maybe
We could
for
just
like
have like
next.
the random like extras that we get. It's just probably like Jason, Jack, and Adam. Adam would be really fun to just have a conversation with. He's a very astute human being. He does his
Oh,
research on a lot of
the more
different
better.
topics. If you asked him about like the current political situation, he would probably have more to say about it than I'd ever have anything to say. He knows like everything. So
Hmm.
Adam
The
knows
more
he's a
people, the
smart
better.
guy, so having him for like conversations would be really fun.
Agreed. The more minds we can get in on this, the better. But maybe just for like, yeah, that's cool. I like what you're doing there. The maybe the oh, I was gonna say maybe for next Saturday, maybe just do another like casual chit chat. Maybe maybe a little more refined based on what I learned from listening to this.
Yeah.
Get the flow down. Why are you making that face? Like,
Dude,
what's up with that?
that's what girls look like when they're putting their filters on, dude.
Well, it better not do that anymore. Otherwise, your face can be stuck like that.
Okay, Matt.
Well, have a pleasant rest of your afternoon for sure. I think another reason why I was being slow is because I had my camera on.
No, I think that's true. You were totally fine when you had your camera off, but I'd like to see your face. It kind of
Yeah, I
makes it
know.
more genuine, to be honest. Talking to
It,
Discord, you gotta get yourself a Discord picture too, dude. You've been rolling with the orange for too long.
how do I change that?
You just go to your profile. You just right click, go to your profile, like click the edit button, edit profile, change avatar. You can just select whatever picture you want. Like it could be a picture of yourself. You could be like me, a flying
Well, I
wombat,
actually
dude.
just got a great headshot at work,
Oh, perfect.
so maybe I'll put that in like right now as we speak. How
Or it
do I
could
do
just be
it?
like Sprite, you know? It doesn't have to be. It could be
No,
mellow
man,
yellow.
it can't be that. It's
But
gotta be
it's gotta be
ready.
genuine. Okay, I'm ready.
Gotta be this guy right here. This sexy gentleman. Actually, I'm gonna do the black and white one. Yeah, this one's sexier. Boom. Seeing that? Seeing anything?
No, I
Save
don't see
changes.
anything. I don't see anything yet. Oh yeah,
Boom.
dude, you're so hot. That's a great
Yeah,
picture, Matt.
I
Wow.
totally forgot we were doing that, and then I had to like put on a suit like really quick at home.
Hey man, you look hot.
And my hair is like so long.
Dude, I like it though. You look
Yeah, I'll
like
probably keep
such a
it.
Chad, bro.
I'll take that
I,
as a
I honestly
compliment.
really like your new hair, Matt. I'm a big fan.
I just
When
have
you
no idea
started
how to
growing it
like
out, I was
style
like,
it.
oh, does Matt not know what he's doing here? And then you like figured it out, and I was like, oh no, he knows what he's doing now.
I still don't really know what I'm doing. I just like kind of just let it fall where it
Yeah, but you
does,
got the bangs are in, dude. I'm just afraid to do it because I feel like it's gonna look really bad in like 10 years.
What bangs? They're gonna be out
I
again.
mean, like, I'm just afraid of ever hooking on to like any cultural trend, like, like, like all the fucking like Gen Z kids getting the fucking like with their goddamn like curly hair, like, and then short on the sides. I think that's gonna look so bad in the future.
So instead, you just like be as vanilla as possible.
Yeah, pretty much. I just go with
Hmm.
what's like vanilla and is always looked good. Just the classic,
Timeless, if you will.
kind of just apart but not too much, or just short hair. Cause I mean that's always looked good. Ever
Yeah,
since
you got
like
style.
bro, you go look at like a period piece from 1920, you see someone with hair like that, you're like, bro, looking better than a lot of the dudes out there. And I'll always look. It's just consistent, bro. It's consistent. It's consistent.
Classic and timeless, as you
Classic
said.
and timeless, bro. People were doing this in like fucking Rome, bro. People were doing this in Rome. Still works.
Wearing togas and shit.
Yeah, bro. The
And
the win
killing
the
each other in the
bangs are in though,
Coliseum.
dude. The bangs are in. Long hair's in.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm gonna ride it out, see what's
I just
up.
think it looks cool on you. I think you just pull it off really well because you're just such a
Thanks,
dude.
Summer.
But you're also just a nice guy, so it works. It works hand in hand.
I am a male identifying person for sure. If that makes me a dude, so be it.
Nah, dude, you just a bro.
Yeah, I do have to. That does make me a bro to
Yeah, but you're
some
you're
people.
uniquely you, Matt, and that's what makes you you, you know?
Now you're making now.
Huh?
You're gonna make me start crying.
Oh yeah, bro, you're sick.
Hmm. Hmm. Well, like I said, good rest of your afternoon.
Yeah, you too, Matt. Enjoy your weekend.
Well, yes, you too. We'll stay in touch, undoubtedly.
Oh yeah, we should I always say it to people. I'm never doing anything, so we should always try to just get people to play a game or something if they want to, 'cause it's
I know we're probably due for another Jack Jackman.
Jack or it doesn't even need to be a Jackbox experience, you know? It doesn't even need to
Hmm.
be necessarily that. There's other options too. Like online Catan is always a thing if we get a couple people that are just bored for like an hour. You could play 2 games of Catan real fast. 30 minutes
Yeah,
per game. It's pretty crazy online. It's fun.
yeah, like colonists, whatever.
Yeah, it's free. Yep.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I want to get around to doing that just to like see what
Dude,
because I've been playing a
dude,
little bit
I
more.
I think it's so funny though that everyone is just so obsessed with Catan, and it's so weird because I was playing
Not
that
everyone
like
is just our friends, but yeah.
I know, no, I mean they're just all of them are obsessed with it right now. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah,
dude, I was
for
like
sure.
playing this game like back in like middle school, like
No, I mean,
I
I
like
sometimes
secretly,
I like ask people
secretly,
about it,
all the Catan is just a Monopoly reskin. Changed my mind,
bro. I said every time I'm like
dude.
building your hotels.
Bro,
You got the
it's just
hotels going.
Monopoly, bro. I mean, it's better than Monopoly, but it's literally just Monopoly. You build shit, and then people get fucked over, and then they get really sad because they got unlucky. And then the people that are winning win hard.
And you ruin friendships
At least there's
like
more
Monopoly.
strategy in Catan, but not really. It still comes down to luck. I like the last time we played with Carl, I had like a 6 and 8 and another like good roll spots, and they just never got rolled. And then people kept putting the robber there, and I'm like, okay, now I just get nothing.
Yeah, there's a good amount of luck involved.
Yeah, but
Good luck, not real luck for sure.
all right. Well, I gotta go take care of some. I got some chores that I gotta do as well,
Oh, of
unfortunately.
course,
So
yeah. Don't let me keep
gotta
you.
gotta go to
Send
the
me.
recycling center.
Oh,
Yep.
where's that? Like 5 hours? Five
No,
hours away?
that's actually only like 10 minutes away.
Well,
No,
that's
no, it's like 20
completely
minutes.
backwards.
It's like 20 minutes away.
Can't
Doing
go
the
to Target,
recycling
but
takes like over an hour. It sucks. It's like the worst thing ever. That's one of the reasons why I need to leave. It's because it's
what do you got
like
to
doing
recycle? Your
basic
piss?
chores has become so much harder. So my
Oh,
parents got
sure.
like a bigger house, and then they also are like old, so now they don't want to do anything, which is fair. So like
Yeah,
they're like, you don't pay rent, you don't cook as much, and you don't really clean as much, so you're gonna do a lot of these chores that we don't want to do. I'm like, that's a fine trade-off, but it sucks having to do them.
very fine trade. Yeah.
I do chores any day over paying money, so
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, agreed.
even though it's additional labor, it is what it is. Gotta take a chunk out of my Saturday to do some crap.
And to talk with your old buddy Matt.
Well, yeah, I know. That's the best part for sure, by far.